Good morning and welcome back to Life with 18 Cats. So, hopefully everybody's doing good. I'm going to kind of give it some time to babble for a little while until a couple people get in here because I have some really good news to share today, guys. I got some really good news and I'm really happy about it. And I considered doing a video and then I thought, you know what? I think there's probably some people in the community that if I do this in a video, I think there's a lot of people that are going to be excited about some of these things I'm going to share, and probably want to do some feedback in chat. And I know how much a lot of you guys like doing like chit chat things on the live streams, so I figured, what the heck? Let's just go live and do it this way. So, anywho, it is it's 8:00 for me, 9:00 Eastern. Yesterday I had some pretty cool things happen. I'm going to see if, hang on a second. I think my little thingy here is dirty. I think. Is that a little bit better? Maybe? I don't know. Yeah, a little bit better. But yeah, I had some pretty cool things happen yesterday. And I wanted to kind of walk you guys through that, as well as an update on Hazel, because I took her to the vet yesterday. Yesterday was vet day. And yeah, a couple other things that happened yesterday that I'm super excited about. So I suppose we can start getting into it. So the first thing I was going to tell you guys a little story. And this one it's more about recovery than anything else. But it's a story worth telling. It's kind of important. It's something that has been meaningful to me. So a few months back, actually I shouldn't say a few months back, it was probably end of last summer. Yeah, toward the end of last summer, probably right before fall. So I was sitting on my front porch one day, and this gentleman came by my house, riding a bike, and stopped, was obviously hot, sweating, whatever, stopped and looked at me and asked me if I had a glass of water. And normally, especially around here, because there is a population of a lot of people that are just kind of like that. There's a lot of people like that. So you just kind of you do little things when you can, but you try not to engage too much, especially when it's at your home, because there's just a safety issue. I'm sure you guys understand what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be judgmental or mean, because obviously I'm the last person to be judgmental of anybody's lifestyle, especially when somebody's having issues in their life. But it's a safety issue when it comes to somebody stopping at your home. You don't want to invite that kind of thing to your house. So I tend not to do too much interaction when I'm actually sitting at my home. But for some reason, this specific gentleman kind of just struck me. I don't know what it was about him, but just kind of struck me. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to get him a glass of water. So I got him a glass of water. He proceeded to explain to me that, yes, exactly, Wanda. You're right. You're exactly right. Better safe than sorry. And it's kind of a thing. There is a very, very big homeless. There's a homeless, population everywhere, but this one just has a very big presence. And I will always stop and help somebody outside of a gas station or something if I see that they're in need and I can help. I will always do that. But yes, when it's at my home, I don't want my home to start being a place where they start going, hey, if you stop by this house, because this is what kind of happens. They're like, hey, if you go by this place, there's a person there that always helps. And but I don't need that here. So, that's exactly right. Better safe than sorry. But anyways, there was just something about this gentleman that just kind of struck me, and I don't know what it was, but I went with my gut on this one. So I got him a glass of water, and he proceeded to tell me about how he's struggling in active addiction, which, I knew that just going into it because obviously I could tell right away that this was what was going on. And he said, do you have a couple minutes just to talk? I said, yeah, sure. I'll sit here and talk to you. So we sat back basically at the edge of my lawn, like right by the street on my steps. And I talked to him for probably about an hour. And he kept asking me, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I kept telling him, listen, you know what? I can't give you any answers. You already know the answers. You're a grown person. You know exactly what you're doing. You know exactly what needs to be done. Now it's a matter of you actually doing the work. So you sitting here talking, and I had to explain to him, you sitting here talking to me is basically step one. You're admitting that there's a problem. That's great. Step one is the best, the best place to start. The problem is step 2 is now an action step. And all the steps after that are action steps. You have to now start taking action and start moving forward. So you took the first step. Now you got to take the second, third, fourth, fifth, and so on. So we had this long conversation. And after a couple glasses of water and a lot of talking, he eventually was like, thank you very much. And, you could tell in his face that it meant something, that somebody took time just to talk to him, which I was happy to do. As a recovering addict, that's kind of what you sign up for when you're a recovering addict. You sign up for helping others, reaching out when you can, and doing community work, that kind of thing. So he left, and I was like, I really hope he makes it. I really hope he does. Of course, you got to be skeptical, because it's like one conversation with one person is not going to change somebody's life usually. It does happen. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it doesn't usually happen. So fast forward about a month later, I'm sitting here on my front step again, and this car pulls up in front of my house. And I was like, what the heck? And this guy and this lady get out. And at first I didn't recognize who the heck these people were. Well, it was that gentleman. About a month later, dressed to the nines, clean, healthy. He had left my house, went home to his girlfriend, explained to her what had happened, explained to her what had been going on, talked to her, got himself into a recovery program. I'm going to try to do this without crying. And he had stopped by that morning. It was a Sunday morning because they were on their way home from church. And he stopped by with his girlfriend because both of them wanted to stop by here and say thank you to me. And this is not a story. This is not where the story ends. So don't think this is me trying to, like I said, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back here, because I was just doing what I was supposed to do as a recovering addict and as a fellow addict in life. But he did. He stopped by a month later, and he looked so good. I didn't even recognize him. But him and his girlfriend were so appreciative for me taking time out of my day and just talking to him. And he wanted to tell me how much of a difference that made. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad. So we kept in touch. He would text me every once in a while just to say good morning, just to let me know that he was still doing good and still doing fine. And then I lost track of him. And I know why. But I will tell you this. Every once in a while, that same gentleman would stop by my house, knock on my door. I would answer it. Obviously, he was no longer on the right path. But he would stop by here every once in a while, even in the thralls of active addiction again, and just knock on my door. And when I'd answer it, he'd go, "Are you okay?" And I'd say, "Yeah, are you okay?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm just making sure you're okay. Do you need anything?" And I'm like, "Nope, I'm good. Go do something good." And he would leave. And last night, while I was sitting across the street at my neighbor's house, just having some dinner, just chit-chatting, he ended up stopping by again. And he started talking to me. He said, "What are you doing?" I said, "Oh, I'm just sitting here talking to the neighbor." And he's like, "Oh," and I looked at him. I said, "So how are you doing?" He goes, "Still struggling." I said, "I see that." And he goes, "You need your lawn mowed." I said, "I know that." He proceeded to pull into my driveway, and he said, "Where's your lawnmower?" I said, "You know what? I'm going to let you do this." Because in my mind, I was like, while you're here mowing the lawn and helping me out with a couple things, you're not doing anything bad. And I was like, that was my only mission last night, was just the longer I gave him something to do here in the lawn and stuff. And I mean, we were doing it together. It's not like I just sat here sipping tea while he was doing all this work. No. He was helping me. He'd mow some of the lawn, and then I'd go, "Here, there's some ice water up on the porch. Go grab some ice water, rehydrate. Let me take over for a little while." And we just went back and forth. But it was just that as long as he was here doing that, he wasn't doing anything else, which to me was a success at that moment, because it's just moment by moment, right? So then we got done with the lawn and everything, and he sat down with me again, and we had pretty much the same conversation we had the very first time he came by. And the point to this story is, it matters to me because I tried to extend an olive branch, and obviously the man is capable of doing something good. And even when he's not, he still comes by and keeps in touch and lets me know that he's okay, asks me if I'm okay, because he appreciates. I mean, the point of the story, I don't even know what the point of the story is. It was just one of those things that happened yesterday that really got me right here. And I wanted to share it because it's just those random acts of kindness that just watching him be aware of what he's doing and constantly knowing that he needs to do something else, but he doesn't know how to do it, and continuously acknowledging that is still a success. Even though, because see, here's the thing. When you go into recovery, one of the things they tell you is it's progress, not perfection. And I've said that a million times on this channel. That's kind of my motto in life: progress, not perfection. Nobody is asking anybody to be perfect. We're just asking you to always be taking a step forward. Even if you take 2 steps back, still take that step forward, because you know what? It's never a worthless step. So it was kind of one of those stories that I wanted to share, just showing that even when somebody is not doing everything perfectly, it's not a reason not to help. And so I will continue to, befriend this guy, and I will continue to talk to him if he stops by here, and I will continue to try to extend that olive branch. And so this is kind of a story just to kind of fill the beginning of this before I got into all the good news, all the other good news from yesterday. But it was one of those stories I just wanted to share because I thought it was important to know that, just because somebody can't catch something right away. So just because he's not able to perfect recovery the first try doesn't mean he's not trying. He's obviously trying, because somebody that's not trying is not going to stop and talk to somebody they know is going to hold them accountable. Like, he stops by every once in a while for that reality check and that accountability because he knows he needs it. And I'm really hoping that by continuing to extend that olive branch and extending my hand out to help, that eventually he's going to get it. Because you know what? I didn't get it right on my first try. It took me years and years and years. I didn't go to just one treatment facility and then go, okay, everything's all better. No, to be honest with you, I actually went through more. I don't know the exact number because there was so many, but there was between 5 and 10. It's somewhere between 5 and 10. I know it was at least 5, but I know it wasn't more than 10 treatment facilities over the course of 20-year span before I finally got it. And so I am not, and I told him this. I said, listen, just because you haven't quit yet doesn't mean that you're a failure. It just means that you're still a work in progress. And as long as you're always making progress, that's all anybody asks of you. And I think that takes a little bit of pressure off of him. And I'm hoping that by taking that pressure off of him and letting him know that it's okay to be in progress and not perfection, that it might be easier for him. I just never want him to feel like he can't stop by here and get that little dose of, pat on the back and, hey, you're doing a great job. I know that you haven't got it yet, but you will. So just go get them. Don't stop trying, just cheerleading him on. And so, yeah, it's one of those stories I just wanted to share. And like I said, I wanted to share at the beginning because I just wanted to give some people some time to get in here so that we could get into the other good news from yesterday that I want to share with you guys, including an update on Hazel. Wanda says, I'm in Philly and so familiar with this. So many are addicted and just need that olive branch. Not all addicted are bad people, and some need a chance. And that's it. When they're surrounded by nothing but that negative influence, try to be that positive influence. Because sometimes that's all it takes. Sometimes it just takes one person. I mean, like I said at the beginning, one conversation with somebody is not usually going to be the thing that changes someone's life. But repeated conversations with someone and repeated injections of positivity into their life, that's the thing that can usually, in the end, be the difference between really, honestly, life and death for some people. So again, I wanted to share that story because it's kind of one of those stories of hope. It's hope that we can all kind of do our own little part here or there, find little ways in our everyday life to just reach out and help somebody, no matter what it is. Whether it's my story about the addict or somebody else's story about, somebody that, or even reaching out and driving a couple hours to go and help somebody out with a live trap, just anything. Can this apply to depression? Joanne, it most certainly can. If you know somebody that's depressed, sometimes just that one phone call, and I'm going to say this, addiction, depression, yes, we're dealing with mental health disorders and we're dealing with a disease. But at the same time, there's a difference in the sense that with depression, sometimes it is just that one phone call, that one person reaching out at just that exact right time that can literally change someone's trajectory when it comes to that. So if you know somebody that you just see as going, don't wait for them to tell you, because they're usually not going to. They're too depressed, they're too down. They usually, if they're depressed and they're down, that means self-esteem is low, their self-worth is low. And so they're normally not going to reach out and be like, hey, I'm depressed, will you help me out? I, on the other hand, when I do get into, oh, I'm the one fighting depression, Joanne, listen, I'm going to tell you this then. Listen to this. So I was just going to say, I fight depression a lot, especially lately, with not having any work and struggling to make things meet around here, and always being worried about the next thing that I have to figure out how to fix, has been a huge source of depression for me. I have been fighting and battling that for months. But you've heard me say that because I'm at a point in my life where I recognize that. And obviously, Joanna, you are at a point where you recognize that, which is great. So when I said people that are depressed don't typically reach out for help, I'm talking about people that are in the absolute depths. We're talking depths of depression, can't get out of bed, not doing anything to help themselves, won't their lack of hygiene, because they just don't care, which is totally understandable. Not cleaning the house, not taking care of, eating food on a regular basis. When you're in that deep of a depression, most of the time people are not going to reach out for help. They're just going to stay there because they don't know how to get out of it, and they don't have the motivation to get out of it. Those are the ones you want to keep an eye on and just reach out and say, hey, I just want you to know I'm here for you. I don't know what you're going through, and you don't have to talk about it right now, but I just wanted to tell you that I'm here for you and I care. Really don't push people to talk about it if they don't want to. Joya, you're obviously, like I said, in a position like I am where you're not so far down that you can't recognize it and reach out and say, hey, I'm depressed, I need some help. All I can tell you, Joanna, is just keep moving forward. And when I say that, I know it's difficult to do because I'm like I said, I'm dealing with it too. Even little steps like waking up in the morning. Here's how I do it. And it's not going to work for everybody, but this is just my experience. And I learned this by listening to Mac on Midwest Magic Cleaning. I know that sounds really silly, but he's got a lot of really cool ways to look at things. And what he was talking about is how to clean through depression. I took that message and I was applying it to everything in my life because it actually works. So here's what I do. When I have mornings when I don't want to get out of bed, I put myself in this frame of mind. I'm like, okay, I don't have to get out of bed. But I do need to take the covers off me. That's what I got to do. I just got to take the covers off me. I don't got to do anything after that if I don't want to, but I got to take the covers off me. So I'll just flip the covers off me. And I'll lay there for a minute and I'll go, okay, I did that. Cool. That wasn't so bad. That is literally progress. And then I will do, okay, now I just got to sit up in my bed. I mean, laying down, I'm just going to get bed sores or a pooling. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know the medical terms for it, but I just got to sit up in my bed. Just at least sit up, be upright. And that's my next goal. So sometimes on some mornings, and I'm not joking you, this literally is what I have to do. I have to talk myself through doing one teeny tiny step at a time. And yeah. And if you are really struggling, and yes, Wanda, that's you make a very good point. You have to be very careful. Yeah, because you can make things worse. You really can. But you always want to make sure that you're taking care of yourself. And if you have a therapist, talk to your therapist. If you don't have a therapist, look into getting one. But again, it's very, very hard sometimes when you are depressed to actually make that step. So if you can't make that step, do little bitty steps just to get yourself out of bed in the morning. And then eventually you got to make that phone call. But if you're somebody that has a friend that's depressed, yeah, reach out and talk to them, reach out and say hi, reach out and just tell them that you care. And yeah, Lori Kim, is good that you want to help. Just be careful. You never know what he might be up to. You're absolutely right. And like I said at the beginning of this, I absolutely 100% was concerned about that. When he first stopped by, it's turned out to be okay. And he's turned out to be actually very, very good. He's actually become very protective of me. He stopped, like I said, he stopped by here once in a while just to say hi. And it turns out that he actually does know my neighbor. They've known him for a lot of years. So it worked out. It doesn't always, but it does sometimes. Yeah. So, but yeah, Joanna, I'm just saying little steps and give yourself credit for those little steps. That's all I can say because that's what I'm doing. And like I said, it's not going to work for everybody. not everybody's going to be able to get through things the same way as somebody else does, but you know, you kind of got to just take one step at a time. So, yeah. Anyway, so that's that story. Now, moving on to the good news from yesterday. So, I took Hazel to the vet yesterday, and we found out that she's fine. They did a full workup on her, and they checked her out. They checked her lungs and whatnot, and they think that okay, so remember the cicadas, guys? Yeah. So we all know, this isn't a secret, that I've been struggling with smoking, and I've been trying to quit, but I haven't actually totally quit yet. But the cicadas were outside. And so what I was doing was my bathroom is always closed. I think you guys know that. My bathroom door is always closed. I don't let the cats in there because I have I keep like the higher danger like chemicals in there, like any kind of bleach or anything. Like I keep that stuff in there with the door shut at all times so that there's no chance of them getting into it, right? And so I thought, well, the cicadas are outside and I don't want to go outside. So I was like, all right, I'll just go in the bathroom, open the window, shut the door, and every once in a while, go in there and smoke so I don't got to deal with the cicadas. So I was doing that. I know, shame on me. I get it. I know. You don't gotta beat me up for that. I already know. Well, it was about the same time that I noticed her cough coming back. And the cicadas have been gone now for about a week or so. And she hasn't been going into those coughing fits much anymore. So we're thinking that the timing might have been right, that it was just, even though I was in the bathroom with the door shut, the particles are still going to get in the house. I'm thinking maybe that might have been it, because when we sat there for a good hour going through everything that I could think of that has changed or has been different or blah, blah, blah. And when we got through that conversation at the end of it, I was like, oh my God, you know what? And they said, well, that's actually something that could definitely be the problem. So what we're going to do, our course of action right now is that I'm just going to keep an eye on her. And anytime, if she does have a coughing fit, which she hasn't had in, almost a week now, because the last time she had one was when I was on stream and I turned the camera to point it out. I think that was last Sunday, a week ago Sunday. So it's been a little over a week since the last time she's had a coughing fit, which coincides with the last time I actually was smoking in the bathroom. So it looks like that might be the thing, but I'm just going to keep an eye on her and start journaling anything that happens with her. And they want me to do this for about a month and see if there's any kind of like similarities, which I am no longer going to smoke in the bathroom. I don't care, because I'm not going to risk the kitty cats. I wasn't thinking that was going to be such a big deal since I was in the bathroom with the door shut. Obviously, I was wrong, and I'll be the first one to admit it. So I don't suggest this, but that's kind of what happened. I think what happened. I do have an air purifier that I am now running in the kitchen so that it kind of cycles through some of that might be left over in any kind of remains that's in the bathroom. So yeah, it could be feline asthma. A cat could go months between attacks. I understand. It's also hard. Yeah, and she did mention feline asthma. She said that's why she wants me to journal things to try to see if possibly that might be it, because it is hard to diagnose. That's what she said. So she said, just keep an eye on her, and anytime that happens, just try to see and be aware of what's going on in the house or what's going on in her environment at that time. So the good news is we did not have to get any meds for Hazel. Right now, we are just on a watch and see regimen to see what happens, if anything does happen. And one, I was just going to tell you that yes, the one I took her to yesterday is the same one that we talked about before that seems to be working under kind of a trauma. What is it? Trauma-informed care. Yeah, that one. So it's that same one that I've told you was so good about just being so nice and understanding and wonderful and patient and everything. They're the ones that I took her to. So I try to get Hazel on video, because the type of coughing can help a vet diagnose. That's what I mean. I did have her on video from last weekend, so I actually did show the vet that. I was really grateful that I actually turned the camera that day and had it on. So yeah, so I did have that. I had that queued up, and I did show her, and she said it seemed to be like just a little minor coughing fit. That's why we decided not to put her on meds, because she said she didn't think that it was something that needed meds right now. Ginger, hi Ginger, how you doing, hon? Thanks for stopping in. Anywho, so that's that. And then, so that's the good news about Hazel. Yay, I'm so happy about that. And then the next thing was that, okay, so we all know my car doesn't run, right? I've been without a car for about 2 months now. Still paying on it because I still owe money on it. Still have to keep insurance on it because we all know that when you have a car that's financed, you have to have full coverage insurance on it. At least my bank. At least the banks that I've dealt with. I don't know very many banks that don't require that, but I think there's some. So if you have one of those banks, you're lucky. But for the most part, if you have a financed car, they require you to have full coverage insurance. So I'm still paying on my monthly bill, and I'm still paying insurance on a car that for 2 months I haven't been able to drive, which is really frustrating. You guys know that a couple weeks ago, me and Diana, we changed out the throttle body on my car, and that wasn't the problem. So that was a bummer. But Diana said, Kim, I want you to do me a favor. I said, okay. She said, I want you to go to this one shop that's down the road or whatever. Just go there, just walk down there and ask them what they would charge to take a look at your car and try to diagnose it. It's okay. So yesterday morning I did that. And they said, just bring it back at 3:00. We'll take a look at it. I mean, we'll at least take a look at it. And they would take a look at it for free. I said, okay. So Diana comes over. This was before we took Hazel in. Diana comes over. We get in the car. Now my car will run it will start and it will run, but it won't stay running, right? Oh, hi Chris. How you doing? Chris Wiley. Yay. Welcome in, hon. I'm sorry I didn't acknowledge you before. I just now noticed that you said something earlier. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, hon. But thank you for being here. I actually too. So anyway, so we got it running, and I floored it around the corner and down the street to the shop, because I was like, I have to get there before it stops, before it quits running. Otherwise, I'm going to be stuck in the middle of the road. So I got it down there. They looked at it and they were like, well, can you leave it here for a little while? We were like, yeah, because we got an appointment anyways. So hi Jenna, how you doing? So I drove my car over there. They asked me to leave it there. I said, yeah, that's fine. We're going to take the cat to the appointment. We'll check back, for however long they have to take it. And they said it's just going to cost $100, which anybody that knows what shop prices are knows that that's a really good deal for them to sit and actually diagnose my car. Now, here's the problem with diagnosing my car yesterday, is that a bunch of electrical stuff had gone out. It was all blown. It was all just having problems. So you couldn't hook up. It's got a check engine light. But the diagnostic little port in my car, that was one of the things that was being affected. So it didn't matter what you plugged into it. You couldn't read the code because it wouldn't communicate. There was a problem in the electrical that would not let us pull the code out of the car. So for them to say $100 and we're going to do this old school and try to figure out the problem, I was like, okay, we can do that. So we leave the car there. We come back. We get Hazel. We get her in the car. We start driving. And as we're driving, now, mind you, we just left the car like a half an hour ago. I get a phone call from the shop and they say, yeah, your car's fixed. What? My car's fixed? Okay, we're going to an appointment for my cat right now. I said, we'll be back in a little bit and I'll stop by. And they said, okay, cool. So I get by there, or we get back, we bring Hazel in the house, get her situated first, and then we walk down to the shop, me and Diana. We get down there, and my car is running. My car is purring like a kitten. I'm like, what was the problem? It took you a half an hour to figure this out, diagnose it, and fix it. I've been sitting here without a car, racking my brain for 2 months, and changing out this part and blah, blah, blah. What the heck was it? Okay. I'm explaining to you. Hold on. I gotta set my coffee down. Okay. So, under the hood of my car and on top of my engine, there is this big plastic cover, right? And there's a big vacuum hose that comes in. It's actually the intake. It comes in from the side. Now, I had to unhook that hose from that cover in order to get at the throttle body that I just changed, right? Well, on that hose, the intake that I actually pulled off, there is one little piece that snaps onto that hose, a wiring kit, a wiring harness. It's called a map sensor. All this stuff I did, all this stressing I did. And it turns out that one little thing, that little sensor, that little map sensor that was connected to the hose that I had to literally hold, I literally had my hands on this thing when I changed out that throttle body. Never occurred to me to check that map sensor. The map sensor was dirty and therefore not doing its job and therefore causing my car not to run. It was just the map sensor, guys. So in the end, it costed $150 and a half an hour of time. 2 months I've been saying, oh my God. So I now have my car back. I am now mobile again. I am so grateful for these guys that helped me with the car and were so great about a price. And I'm just checking to see what you got. Oh, Moira's here. Hi, Moira. Good to see you, Chris. Good morning, Jenna and Kim. It's just after lunch here in Northern Ireland. Oh, that's right. It is, huh? Too much going on in my life. It feels like I have no time lately. I know. I think everybody probably feels that way. There's a lot going on in life. There really is. It's coffee time here, but for Kim and I, it's always coffee time. It really is. All day, every day. Yeah. But yes. So far, good news is A, Hazel. Yay! And B, car. I have my car back. My car is fully functional. He cleaned the map sensor, so the map sensor is now functioning properly. Not to mention that when he did that, it was he was able to change out some fuses that now my windshield wipers work, which they haven't for like a year because I couldn't figure out what the problem was. But my windshield wipers work and my map sensor is now functioning. My car now runs. I am so flippin' happy. I can't even stand it. And I'm going to tell you why that's such a big deal right now. Because I know you guys know that I haven't been working for quite a few months. I mean, intermittently, yes. But I think I told you guys this already, but we're not getting too excited. We're not going to get ahead of ourselves. But we are going to put out good vibes and good thoughts for this, guys. Okay. It looks like we found an account to do inventory here locally, which will only be like a week and a half's worth of work each month. But because of the pay rate and whatever, it's actually going to be enough to at least cover bills. So that's a good thing. And then on top of that, an old friend of mine from a previous job got a hold of me, and she's trying to help me out getting a job with her right now. The reason why that's really cool is because the hours and the job it is flexible enough to where I don't have to sacrifice. I can have both. I don't have to give up the idea of doing the inventory job because the second job is willing to work around whatever I'm doing for that and willing to work around my schedule for YouTube. So, yes. And now, but the thing I was concerned about, I'm like, okay, so all these really cool things are happening with the job and stuff, but how am I going to get to the job? And then my car got fixed yesterday. So, yes. So my car's fixed. It looks like I have 2 jobs coming. Like I said, we're not going to get ahead of ourselves. I'm just letting you guys know I'm putting it out there. I'm putting the good vibes out there. I'm putting the good feeling out there. Yes, 2 jobs. Car's running. Hazel seems to be okay. We're going to keep an eye on her. I'm just glad that we didn't have to put meds in her because I hate when they're sick and you have to give them meds because it's so stressful for them. It's so stressful for me. And so I'm really glad she doesn't have to have meds. We're just going to keep an eye on her and see how things go. I'm really hoping that it was just my stupid mistake because at least if it was my stupid mistake, I'm now able to fix that and she's not going to have to worry about suffering through anything anymore. I'm really crossing my fingers that was what it was because it really does seem to fit the timeline. But we're going to keep an eye on it. Make sure she's okay. Make sure she doesn't have any more things like that going on. But she seems to be good right now. Yeah, so those are my good news things. I think that's all for right now. Just all that. But, I mean, it's really cool. I'm super happy. I'm super excited. And, I'm also going to put out there that the response for the GoFundMe that Jerry started has been overwhelming. I want to say thank you to anybody who has shared or donated or just has been supportive because really it's really been overwhelming. So I want to just thank you guys so much for helping. Now on to a furnace and washer like a ginger. And that's why I was just thinking about that. Yeah, no, the response from that has been overwhelming. And I just want to say thank you so much for that, because it's, and like I said, I'm going to do this without crying today, guys. I'm going to do this without crying. Just the whole thing has been overwhelming and wonderful. And I really want to just say that I am very appreciative. I am very humbled, and I am very grateful for everybody that's like I said, even shared the the GoFundMe on their social media or to their friends or whatever. And anybody who's donated, everybody that's just done something to just anything to be supportive has been absolutely wonderful. And I want to just say thank you. And yeah, so, but like we said the other day, the GoFundMe is going to be up all the way until we have to have it up. It's not something that's just like one week or 1 month or anything. We're doing it now so that we can give it time to build up until before winter, so that we can meet our goal. Because I was not going to sit here and go, well, let's try to raise all this money in 1 month, because that was too much to ask of anybody. But we thought it was more realistic to put it out for a few months. So that's what we did. So yeah, so that's that. And for anybody that doesn't know about it or is wondering, there's a post on our community tab where that has that link. So if anybody needs that, there's also a link. There should be a link in descriptions of videos too, if anybody wants that. But yeah, so that's that. And you guys have been great about the polls for the favorite or the cat breed polls we've been putting up. And again, I'm going to say this one more time. I know that we love all of them. I know that. I love all of them. It's a hard choice to make sometimes. It literally just goes, hi, Scar Kitty Face. How you doing, hon? The polls was just a fun way to just get the community kind of talking or chit-chatting about different cat breeds and maybe learning about a cat breed you didn't know. I know I had somebody came in and told me that there was a cat they had seen and didn't know what that cat breed was. Well, it just so happened that we had just put up the cat breed poll that included the snowshoe. And they were like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad you put this up, because I didn't know what kind of cat this was. And now that I see that, I didn't know there was a breed called the snow. And that's kind of why we're doing it. We're doing it just for some fun interaction from you guys, so you guys can maybe learn about a cat breed you didn't know about before and just have some fun. But I know we all love all of them. I know that. I love all of them. It's a tough choice to make on some of these. Believe me, I know, because I made the list. And I'm just like, these would be some hard choices. But yeah, so just have some fun. Can you put the link in each video? Chris, Jenna. I think Jenna has been doing that since we put it up. Double check. God is watching over you. I'm really happy for you. Thank you so much, Lori. I really appreciate that. And you're one of the. I'm here, Jenna. Chris just asked if we could put the link for the GoFundMe into all the videos. I think you've already got that, right? Or am I wrong? I don't know. Listen, Jenna, like I said, Jenna works her butt off for this channel, and sometimes I'm just like, she takes care of all these things that I just would not even think of. So yeah. She can really answer. The link for the GoFundMe, yes, I'll add it in from here on. Okay, cool. Yep, Jenna's gonna add that link so that everybody has that. And like I said, if you can't donate, I get it. I'm not mad about that. I think that if just share it if you can't. I mean, that's helping too. So share it wherever you can. I mean, that'd be very much appreciated. Yeah. So I'm just reading chat real quick. You're getting good things coming your way. Joanna, you know what I said yesterday? I told Jenna. I was telling Jenna, and I was actually telling another friend of mine this yesterday. I was like, here's the thing. All these good things, listen, I know the laws of the universe, guys. I do. I know the laws of the universe. And what goes up must come down. And I know that there's always a balance. Okay, this is not me being pessimistic. I just know the laws of the universe. We all know the laws of the universe. There, in order for good to exist, there has to be bad. We all know this. This is not, like I said, this is not me being pessimistic. It's just the laws of the universe. There can't be a steady good forever, because if there was and there was no bad, you don't have that comparison. Just opposites have to exist. We all know this. Because if you never had bad, how will you ever know what's good? Right? Right. So, and we all know what the other shoe is, right? I'm laughing because, like I said, I'm half-heartedly kidding about this, but at the same time, I'm like, no, there's certain laws that have to exist, and I know that. So I also recently got health insurance, which is something I have not had in quite a few years. And so therefore I haven't been to the doctor in quite a few years. So I was telling Jenna last night, I'm like, well, listen, here's the thing. All these good things. Oh, Cammie, hi, I'll be back in the U.S. tomorrow. Oh, safe travels, honey, safe travels, be safe. I'm so glad you're here. I need to catch up on videos. Oh my gosh, we've missed you, hon. But the laws of the universe dictate that for all the good I'm getting right now, there has to be. Nobody can just go through life with all good. You know, you're always going to end up with something bad. There's always got to be a downswing in order for there to be an upswing. I get it. And again, this is not me being pessimistic. It's just me going, whoo, there's a lot of good at one time, man. That's a lot of good. So I'm like, guess where I'm not going right now? I'm not going to the doctor just yet. Because I don't know that I want that to be the downswing. So I told Jenna, I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and I'm going to buy a lottery ticket. And when I lose, I will consider that the downswing, and then I'll go to the doctor. But I can tell you this much. If I go buy a lottery ticket and I win on that lottery ticket, I'm not going to the doctor. I was like, nope. At that point, you wild horses couldn't make me go. No. Not gonna happen. But no, I mean, it's been very overwhelming with all of the positive things. And I know that, we all deserve positive things. We all deserve life to go in a good way. And we all work so hard in our daily lives, and we put so much good karma out there that it's destined to come back to us. And Joanna, you funny. I know. No, I was cracking up last night. I was like, listen, I'm not going. I'm not going because nah, too many good things have happened, and I know that that's going to stop at some point. I don't want that to be the place that stops. But we all put so much good karma out there, and it's destined to come back to us, and I know that. And so it's not that I'm very humbled. I'm very appreciative of all the good things. I'm so glad that a lot of things have gone right for once lately, because struggling sucks, you guys. Struggling sucks. It really does. It sucks a lot, and it's hard to fight through struggles. It really is, and it takes a lot of effort and a lot of mental just gymnastics to get through it. But it feels really good when you do get to the point where you start kind of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. It really does feel good, and I'm not going to say it doesn't. So I'm really appreciative for all that. I am really grateful for all that. I was really mad though yesterday. I'm like, 2 months. 2 months I've been sitting here without a car, and it turns out all it took was a half an hour and a map sensor. Are you kidding me? I never for once thought that my car even had a map sensor, because typically, now obviously this is not a solid rule because my car is not turbocharged. Map sensors are not usually an issue on cars that are not turbocharged cars. My car's not turbocharged. And this is obviously I learned how to work on like cars and stuff back when I was 16. We're talking back before computers in cars and all that stuff. It was still cars that you could work on yourself. So I think that I'm just not up on how newer cars work so much, but I'm learning, because obviously this was a learning experience. Now I know that map sensors are something that would be a problem on a newer car, whereas if it wasn't turbocharged back in the day, typically that wasn't the thing. So, yeah. So now I know, but I learned something. But yeah, so I wasn't thinking something that simplistic. I just wasn't, and neither was my buddy who was trying to help me over the phone, because he was trying to help me diagnose it over the phone, and yeah. So when I called him and told him, Ginger looked up, perfect. There's a woman's laptop. Perfect kitten. Perfect kitten says hi. She wanted to be center of attention. You want to be center of attention? Yes, pretty girl. My pretty baby. Pretty perfect kitten. Oh, it's a perfect little girl. Look at her. She's so perfect. Yes, she is. She's so perfect. Are you so perfect? Yes, you are so perfect. I love you. I love you. Pumpkin. Yes, I know, meow. Ginger, look how far you've come, and now you have all of us. We're a family now, and I agree with you. You know, the community is we have a little online family, which is great, and I love it to death. And you guys are always so supportive, and you guys always turn out and hang out with me and chit chat with me, and it's wonderful, and I love it very much, and I really, really appreciate it. All you guys, I'm grateful for every single one of you guys. But yeah, that's kind of what's been going on the last couple of days. So, like I said, I was gonna sit down and make a video, but I thought, you know, I know how a lot of people like to get in here and chit chat, and I really wanted to get some feedback on a few things and just get some people's thoughts. And I'm glad I did, because now we were able to put the link in the description, like you guys asked. And again, that's one of those things I wouldn't have known about until later on. So yeah, I'm glad we did this way. But yeah, so that's my good news. Yay! You guys want to say hi to some kitties? I've got the laptop running, so I gotta like grab kitties and say hi. But we can do kitties. Figaro, would you like to say hi? Huh? Would you like to say hi, Figaro? Come here. Come here, little Figaro. Come on, little Figaro bud. Here's Figaro. Say hello. Hi, Claire. How you doing? Glad to have you in here, hon. Look at Figaro. Figaro, say hi. Hi, Figures. Figure says hello, everybody. Do you say hello? Huh? Love you. Love the Figures. Yes, love the Figures. And Choo Choo, you want to say hi? Choo Choo, would you like to say hi? Come here. We do it. Oh, there's Choo Man. There's a little Choo Man. Look at that Choo Man. Hello. Hello. Hello, Choo Choo. Hello, handsome boy. Hello, my handsome little Choo Choo. He's gotten so big, you guys. God, remember when he was a baby? Remember when he first got here and he was just teeny tiny? And now he's bigger than Sadie. Sadie is she's a little bitty kitty, and he's so big. Hi, Wonders. Want to say hi? Wonder boy. Oh, big boy. Here's Wonders. Hello, everybody. Hello. I am the big Wonders. I am the big tiny one. Yes, hello. Everybody say hi to Tiny Wani. Everybody else is kind of relaxing and chilling. Listen, it's going to be 90 degrees here today. I checked the forecast this morning. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm glad we did the lawn last night when it was semi-chill, because 90 degrees today, guys. 90 degrees. It's going to be. Mary Miles. Hi, Mary Miles. How you doing, hon? Glad to have you in here, sweetie. He looks like Goldie. I'm assuming you mean Chewy. Yeah. Chewy's gotten so big. Claire, it's cold in London. Oh, no, Claire. I'm so sorry. Brr. Hot here, too. Joanna, yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's going to be 90 today. And it's just going to be almost 100 here. Oh, no, Mary. Really? It's going to be almost 100. Ow, Tiny White, that's my toes. Get my toes. You don't bite Mama's toes. Hello, Feline. Would you like to say hi? Would you like to say hi, pretty girl? Come on. Come on, pretty girl. Come on, beautiful. Come on, beautiful girl. Here's Feline. Feline says hello. Hello. Yes, hello. Feline says hello. Ow, 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 Tiny Whitey. Let go of my footy. Let go of my foot. You would stop that. You would stop getting my foot. He keeps grabbing my feet with, yeah. You leave my footies alone. Those are my footies. You got your own footies, boy. You got your own footies to play with. No, you leave my footies alone, city boy. Owie. Okay, sorry. He's trying to get my feet. I'm trying to get him to stop because it hurts. He's got little claws. He's got little murder mitts. Yeah. Claire, I love all your cats. Oh, thank you so much, Claire. That's so sweet of you. Yeah, they're a fun bunch. Yeah, they're a fun bunch. They really are. I know that for those of you that were waiting for the next set of merch, we just put out, actually I should say Jenna just finished and put out the next set of merch, which includes the Bagheera one, and he's number 13, and we do have it available in black. So yeah, guys, go check that out at Bonfire. I think the store should be in the description of the videos, so go check that out. And what else? What's today? Wednesday? Yeah, today's Wednesday. So tomorrow we're gonna continue. Actually, tomorrow. So sometime today, I am going to put up. The merch store is linked as well. Yes. Okay. Thank you, Jenna. Appreciate that. I don't know what I'd do without you, woman. What was I gonna say? So we put out the offer for people to put out their name suggestions for our kitty in the Little Kitty Big City game because I realized we didn't have a name for the cat yet. I don't know how the heck that happened, but Moira says, love, hugs, and prayers to all the gorgeous furries. Take care and God bless. Oh, Moira, thank you so much. I really appreciate you being in here. Thank you, hon. But we hadn't named the kitty yet, which seems silly to me because we name everything. We always name things. I don't know how the heck we've gone this long without naming the kitty for the game. So I put an offer out there for everybody to offer suggestions. We've gotten a couple really good suggestions. So I think sometime today I am going to put up a poll with the top 4 suggestions of kitty names. And then you guys can vote on them between tonight and tomorrow. And then tomorrow on the live stream, I will announce the winner and we'll announce the name of the kitty. So we will have a kitty name for our little kitty in Little Kitty Big City tomorrow night when we do the live stream for the kitty game. How's that, guys? How's that sound? Because I really wanted to get a name before we did the next episode. So, yeah, we'll do the next episode tomorrow, and we'll have a name before then. That's Diana. Diana just literally texted me and said, I bet it feels good not to depend on others for transportation. Finally, you've got independence back. Listen, you guys, listen. Diana, I don't know if you're watching this, if you know I'm live, or if that was just an absolute just coincidence that you just text me that out of nowhere while I'm doing a live stream talking about it. I don't know which way this goes, but Diana is, like I said, I don't know what I would do. There's so many people in my life I don't know what I would do without. Jenna's one of them. Diana's most certainly one of them. I don't know what I would do without some of these people in my life. And I'm so grateful. So grateful. I suck at wording things. I suck at conveying what I'm thinking in my head. I wish there was a way for me to get what's in my head and my heart out into words because I can't explain how incredibly grateful and appreciative I am to everybody that has been supportive and helpful in my friends in my real life, in my personal life, outside of the YouTube stuff. And I don't know what I would do without everybody. I don't know. I don't. I really don't. But I just want you guys to know how grateful I am. And like I said, I don't know how to convey that in any. I suck at this, you guys. Okay, I suck at explaining things like that. But maybe someday I'll figure out how to properly convey what's in my head and heart in words. But until then, all I can say is thank you guys so much. All of you guys, Jenna, Diana, Michelle, Wanda, you guys, everybody, for all the opportunities, all the love, all the support, all the just cheerleading and shoulders to cry on. And I don't know how, like I said, I'm not one to lose the ability to speak. But when it comes to this, I have no words. I'm literally speechless because I don't know how to say it. I'm not very good at words also, Joanna. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I hope you guys know how incredibly sincere I am when I say thank you for everything. All you guys have done. You guys have literally, this is something in my life that never in a million years would I ever thought I could do. The channel, the community, all this stuff. I never thought this was something. And you guys have helped me so much over the last, 9 months? 9 months? 10 months? Holy crap. 10 months. You guys, we're coming up on the 1-year anniversary of this channel. We're going to have to do something. I'm better at writing words than speaking them, Jenna. I know that, and you do such a great. Listen, all the little descriptions you guys read for all the videos and stuff. That is the beautiful writings of Jenna. She is an absolute genius when it comes to writing. She's a great writer. I love the stuff. I mean, I look forward to reading that. I don't even know what the descriptions are until after she puts them up, and I look forward to reading the descriptions every time because I'm always like, Jenna, you're so good at this. I love reading. It's like little mini novels. They're so cute, and I just love them so much. She's wonderful at it. Like I said, I don't know how to say what I'm thinking and feeling, but I appreciate everything so much. But yeah, we're coming up on the 1 year anniversary. Oh, and this month, we're doing this month. I'm trying to keep my train of thought here. It's going 5 million different directions. This is what happens sometimes, guys. I go 5 million different directions. Saturday, Jenna will be enjoying some downtime of her own. So we are on our own for our members only live stream. So I've chosen to call it Off the Rails because that's pretty much where it's going to go. Because it's just going to be me and the members. No babysitter, no nothing. So yeah, Off the Rails is the title of our live stream for this weekend for the members. So that'll be fun. And then on Sunday is Father's Day, and it's our Let's Chat Live. So we are just going to get in here. We're going to do some Father's Day stuff. Just talk about Father's Day, celebrate Father's Day. I do have one father in the house, one daddy in the house, and that's Mittens, because his kids are Figaro and Amber. Excuse me. And so we're going to talk about Father's Day. We're going to do a little bit of Father's Day, celebration. It's also just happens to be Mittens' birthday month too. So we're going to kind of celebrate Mittens' birthday month and Father's Day all at one time on Sunday. Have a little fun. What are you doing? Perfect. She's attacking her tail, but she's doing it in a really weird way. It's funny. What are you doing? Perfect. Are you attacking your tail? Mimit, happy Father's Day. Yes, Mimit. Mimit. You want to say hi? Mimit, you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi to everybody? Do you? Come here. Come here, Mimit. Come here, pumpkin. Oh, come on. Okay, Mama's got you. Come on. Okay, there's a Mimit. There's that little Mimit. There's a Mimit. Yes, Mimit. Yes, he's being so good right now. I say right now because we all know how Mimit can be. Yes, Mimit. Mimit's being such a good boy right now. Yes, you are being so good. Look at how good you are. Oh, look at that handsome face. Look at that handsome little boy face. Yeah, my little Mimit. So yeah, so it's Mit's birthday month. I have to go and double check the chart in order to tell you how old he is, but we'll do that on Sunday. We'll go through how old he is and everything, and we'll let Mimit be the center of attention on Sunday. Yeah, he likes that. Yeah, he does. He appreciates it. So anyways, guys, that's really all I had for today. Like I said, I just wanted to share some good news, do a little storytelling, and hey, stop, please. Okay, hang on. Hopefully I didn't lose anybody because Mit or Tiny Whiny decided to stand on something and I don't know what he was standing on. Okay. You guys can still hear me, right? Please tell me you can still hear me because I think he stepped on a button. Oh, God, I got kitty hair in my mouth now. Okay. Anyways, that's all I had for today, guys. Oh, kitty hair. Okay, got it. Yay. Okay, I'm getting good. Tiny Whiny, please don't. Every time I pick up a kitty, I get cootie hair in my face, and then it goes in my mouth, and it gets on my. I love my kitties. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here because I'm gonna go finish up the rest of my day. I've got litter boxes to do. I've got floors to sweep and mop and whatever. But I wanted to do this real quick first this morning and just say hi and let you guys know how yesterday went and where I'm at, and just tell you guys thank you so much. And again, the GoFundMe link is in this description for this live stream, and it will be in the description for all of our videos here on out. There's also a post on the community tab if you guys want to check it out. Just do me a favor. If you can't donate, that's fine. If you can, just share it wherever you can, and just, yeah. Thank you guys so much for everything, and thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me this morning. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.